1 year has already come and gone since the last Jump Festa, and we are back with Jump Festa 24. It really feels like yesterday where we were talking about the news that was revealed last year. At the time, Cour 1 was going really well and it was inching towards its finale, as the anime had started to adapt everything but the rain, as well as The Blade Is Me in its massive double feature finale which spanned between episodes 12 and 13. Once again, Jump Festa 24 has a special stage for Bleach called the Super Stage Blue Panel. Thankfully, the event is being streamed on YouTube. I am really looking forward to seeing what they're going to announce in Jump Festa 24. Just like last year, Bleach is featured on the poster for Jump Festa, as you can see Ichigo there on the right hand side, along with other characters from magazines published by Shueisha. Last year's Jump Festa pretty much focused on promoting the finale for Cour 1. Since the anime was still airing, there wasn't really a lot of room to promote anything else, but this year the story is very different. The anime ended at the end of September, and we were left with a teaser for Cour 3 which revealed that it was coming soon sometime in 2024. Going into Jump Festa 24, I'm hoping for some new announcements, hopefully a new trailer for Cour 3, or at the very least a key visual with somewhat of a date as to when we can expect the new anime to air. With these events, I tend to usually talk about my realistic predictions or my unrealistic predictions. I mean, it's always fun to speculate and talk about what you would like to see announced, even if there is a slim chance of it happening. On the first day of Jump Festa, Burn the Witch had its very own special stage panel, with a focus predominantly being on promoting the all-new 0.8 Burn the Witch OVA. In addition to this, Bandai Namco was present and they were promoting various different Burn the Witch goods, like jumpers and acrylic stands, so there wasn't really anything new on the Burn the Witch front. But in terms of Bleach, there is a high likelihood of some new announcements and some additional information on the highly anticipated third cour of the anime, and if we're gonna get our hopes up really high, then there may be mentions about the Bleach manga continuation. Now, before we dive into anything, let's talk about what this panel this year is going to consist of. So the Bleach special stage will be presented by cast members consisting of some of the Shinigami and the Quincy. They're going to look back on all of the second season of the Bleach 1000 Year Blood War arc anime, and this is the important thing, they're also going to be revealing new information about Bleach. This new information could be absolutely anything. It could be related to the anime, it could be related to the manga. If it's the anime, it could be an all-new teaser trailer, or if you want to be a bit more realistic, then we may just be getting a key visual. So in attendance at the special Bleach panel will be Ichigo's voice actor, along with Uryu's voice actor, and they will also be joined by Hashwell's voice actor and Baz B's. Last year's Jump Festa, Kubo was present and he had some really interesting interactions with the voice actors who were also present at the panel. Jump Festa 23 had Ichigo's voice actor, Uryu's, as well as Rukia and Renji's voice actors. One highlight from last year's event was hearing how Ichigo's voice actor, Masakazu Morita, was constantly making changes to the script to always try and squeeze in lines from manga panels that were in one way or another omitted from the anime. You have to realize that the Japanese cast are massive fans of Kubo's original work, so they want to remain as faithful to the source material as possible. During last year's panel, Morita revealed that he had a hilarious struggle between himself and the scriptwriter Masaki Hiramatsu, because Morita wouldn't stop editing the script in order to add all new lines and scenes that he wanted to see adapted into the anime. Now, this wasn't all that the panel had to offer, as there was a massive section during this panel where each of the voice cast as well as Kubo had a chance to talk about all of the scenes that they enjoyed seeing the most in Cour 1. We also had some commentary for the director of the Bleach 1000 Year Blood War arc anime, Tomihisa Taguchi himself, as he speaks about how much he enjoys Morita's performance as Ichigo, and unsurprisingly, like a lot of fans, he really enjoyed episode 6 of the anime. Now, one of my favorite things from the Jump Festa panel last year is when they revealed the Blade and Me key visual. It was an absolutely incredible image summarizing Ichigo's character journey with images of Masaki and Isshin behind him, as we see Ichigo wielding his dual-bladed true Zanpakuto. It is easily one of the best key visuals that we've gotten during the run of the 1000 Year Blood War arc anime. So despite the overall panel being uneventful, this key visual definitely made it worthwhile. Kubo also did make comments about Cour 2, as he reveals that he was making additions and changes to the script for Cour 2 until 2 to 3 AM the previous night. Last year, Uryu's voice actor did reveal that he would be having more of a role during the second season of the anime. Now, fast forward to this year, we've got separate panels for both Bleach and Burn the Witch. Now, it is disappointing that the Burn the Witch panel didn't have really any news or announcements, as I was really looking forward to Kubo announcing the return of Burn the Witch season 2 of the manga. I don't know, I was expecting a lot more, but it is, like I said at the beginning of the video, it is best not to get your hopes up too high for Jump Festa. The Burn Burn the Witch panel did reveal some new collaborative postcards that feature stylized versions of both the Bleach and Burn the Witch key visuals. I was expecting a lot more, but no pun intended, it wasn't in the cards for us. They spent some of the time for the Burn the Witch panel advertising the upcoming OVA, which is pretty understandable. I'm hoping that after this OVA we're going to be getting a lot more Burn the Witch content, especially the announcement of a season 2 of the manga, so people who have watched the OVA can pick up season 1 of the manga and then check out season 2 hopefully if it's upcoming. What you have to remember is there's a lot of Burn the Witch and Bleach news that is being planned for the Crew B Inside events that are still yet to come. We've had 2 in 2023 and hopefully we can expect 3 or 4 next year, so there's plenty of time for announcements to be made. In an ideal world, Kubo would have released season 2 of Burn the Witch by now, and he would have been working on the Bleach Hell arc, but we know that Kubo is really tied up with working on the anime, and Cour 3 and Cour 4 are going to require more of his attention than the first 2 cours did. Even for those first 2 seasons, he was going over all of the scripts, and he admitted that it's safe to say that he is acting as a supervisor on the production of the anime. With other projects, Kubo doesn't really like to be involved because he doesn't want to get in the way of the creatives who are working on an adaptation of Bleach, like if it's a musical or a live action. But when it comes to the anime, he admits that his involvement is going to increase the enjoyment of the fans, so that's why he's working closely with Taguchi and the anime staff. So his supervisor role on the anime is taking his attention away from the Hell arc as well as season 2 of Burn the Witch. This Bleach special stage does give us a bit of an indication as to when Cour 3 is going to release, so if a trailer does drop during this Jump Festa panel, then we can expect maybe a spring or a summer release for Cour 3, but if there's no trailer here, then they're going to release a trailer for Cour 3 of the anime during one of the Crew B Inside events, which means that we can then expect a fall 2024 release for Cour 3. And you already know my thoughts on this. I want the anime staff to have as much time as possible. The break between Cour 1 and Cour 2 just wasn't enough in my opinion, and they need more than just 6 months between cours in order to adapt some of the upcoming material. And at the very least, we can expect a key visual for Cour 3, and if you're being hopeful, then a trailer too. Hopefully we'll get some announcements on some of the staff who are working on Cour 3, as it has been implied that there will be some staff changes going into the 3rd season of the anime. So next year is the anime's 20th anniversary, so there is some hope that there may be an announcement of an all new animated Bleach project. Hopefully Studio Pierrot has some plans for this. Maybe it's a new OVA or it's an animated movie, which would be absolutely amazing. Imagine if they did an OVA and they adapted the New Breeds from Hell one-shot chapter. Some of us who have inhaled way too much copium are hoping for a Hell arc manga continuation, with the one-shot now being over 2 years old, but even talking about an announcement for the manga Hell arc seems really unrealistic here. So let's keep our expectations at bay and talk about what was actually revealed and announced at the Bleach Jump Festa panel this year. So this year's Bleach panel at Jump Festa wasn't pre-recorded like the previous years, it was instead a live stage with the voice actors for Ichigo, Uryu, Hashward and Bazz-B welcoming the attendees. There were several figures on stage with the VAs, and Morita was hosting the event, going over all of the key points that he needed to cover, like discussing the Bleach final art exhibition. Then I'm assuming that each of the VAs had shown their favorite moments from Cour 2, and after the clip they had spoken about it for a little while. Uryu's voice actor speaks about Senjumaru's Bankai sequence, as we see a segment from the anime exclusive scene. Following this, Hashwald's VA introduces us to Yuhobak's Ashwaulen sequence, which as we know was altered within the anime as it occurred a lot sooner in comparison to the manga. Bazz-B's voice actor shows us the scene where the Serete is replaced by the Wandenreich city. Lastly, Morita, Ichigo's voice actor, shows us the scene where Shunsui meets with Ichigo's friends. In general, these Jump Festa panels that occur live on stage in front of an audience are more for the enjoyment of the fans. They then proceed to play some games on stage involving the Shrift abilities of the Quincy. Honestly, these guys did an absolutely fantastic job of burning through the runtime of the panel before they eventually got around to the announcements. So after all of the formalities, in the last few minutes of the panel they managed to squeeze in some big announcements, because Kubo did promise us that we were going to be getting something new during this event, so it was well worth holding out hope for. So here it is, the big news from Jump Festa 2024 is that we've got a new very short teaser trailer which was shown during the end of the panel. Now this teaser was similar to the first teaser shown at the end of Cour 2, but this new one has some notable brand new scenes. So let's quickly go through each of them. So the trailer begins with Yuhobak's The Almighty ability with the 3 irises in his eye. Following this we get this shot of Ichibe, and then the scene from the previous trailer of Yuhobak again with the Ashwaulen. This is taken straight out of the manga. Then of course Ichigo and company arriving in the royal palace in order to stop Yuhobak. Now we didn't see this before, it's all all of the shoot staffel standing before Yhwach, which kind of spoils that they all managed to escape from Senjumaru's Bankai. They all kneel before Yhwach here. Ichibei is sat in front of the massive pillar which fired Ichigo and the others up towards the royal palace. Okay, we've got this close-up shot of Ichigo here then. We see him speaking to Yhwach. So they are talking while clashing blades against each other, and again Yhwach's almighty ability is visible through his eyes. Then Ichigo really pushing back, trying his hardest against Yuha. Then some close-up shots of Senjumaru. So it seems as though the other shoot staffel members will escape because of Uryu, as he appears to be the first one who was broken free from Senjumaru's ability. So my suspicions are confirmed as we then see a shot of Senjumaru looking up towards Uryu, as he then presumably fires an arrow towards her. And from the surroundings you can see that this is happening pretty early on as he is within Senjumaru's Bankai. So hopefully we can assume that this is events that are taking place from the first episode of Cour 3. Then we get some shots of Shunsui, and then Urahara, and then Byakuya, and Renji looking up, then Rukia, then Yoruichi. Okay, and then this is fascinating. This is a shot of Mimihagi here. Then Ichigo wielding both of his jewels on Bakdo, so he charges up, and presumably this is from his clash against Yhwach. So this is a hard one to make out, but you can tell on the right hand side this is Chair-sama, and obviously Aizen sat on Chair-sama here. Then we get this preview glimpse of Nell, Ruruka is here, Yukio, and not to forget Grimjow. Now for all of the anime only fans who are complaining about all of the spoilers, the goddamn trailers are spoiling everyone. Forget about anything else. Okay, and then you've got Aizen once again. Okay, Yuha with the almighty charging up, clashing once again with Ichigo. This is fantastic. I mean, the colors and everything just looks amazing. And then Bleach 1000-Year Blood War, and that's the Japanese writing for The Conflict, which is the name of Cour 3. And there you have it, still coming soon 2024. Strangely, they've still not given us a release date. I mean, same time last year when Cour 1 was wrapping up, we at least knew that in 6 months time Cour 2 was going to be releasing. They're still not comfortable enough with giving us a fixed month as to when in 2024 Cour 3 will be released in. In my opinion, this is really good news. This means that the staff have all of the time that they need to work on Cour 3. Now, I'm hoping that this means that Cour 3 will be airing from October 2024. In my opinion, this is the best case scenario. It pretty much gives all of the staff 10 to 12 months to solidly work on Cour 3, because we know that the last two cours are gonna have lots of anime only content. So far, Cour 1 and Cour 2 have adapted 70 chapters into each season, whereas in Cour 3 and 4 we've only got 70 chapters left to adapt, so 35 chapters in each of the final two seasons, which means that half of those last two seasons are going to be consisting of anime original content. I didn't want to get my hopes up too high going into Jump Festa, so I'd assumed that the very most we'll be getting a key visual, but I'm really glad that we've got a teaser, and they still haven't released a release date, which I'm okay with, to be honest. Like I said earlier, there's so many opportunities for them to reveal more Bleach news to us via the Kruby Inside events. So this is the key visual for the Conflict Cour 3 of the 1000-Year Blood War arc anime. This was revealed to us at the end of September, so it's already stuff that we know about. So following this, we've got some news about the Japanese Blu-ray for Cour 2, which was revealed to be releasing on the 28th of February 2024. So it's going to be interesting to see if there are changes in the Blu-ray release for Cour 2 like there were for Cour 1. Again, there was some other merchandise news like the original soundtrack that's being released, followed by more acrylic Bleach merchandise. Then we had an announcement for Bleach the Rock Musical, but this time they are focusing on the Arrancar arc, which is pretty insane, because throughout its entire run, from 2006 to now, when the Rock Musical has stopped and started, they've only really focused on performances of the Soul Society arc. So hopefully they do a great job with the Arrancar arc. So the Death Note musical recently came over to the West this year, so if this Bleach the Rock Musical does well, then there's every chance that it might be performed sometime in the future in the West. So in the final few announcements, Kubo's official fan club, Club Outside, has been extended onto 2024, so we've got another year of question and answers from Kubo, revealing some insights into Bleach that we otherwise would not have known about. And lastly, a reminder to everybody, Burn the Witch 0.8, the OVA, will be live streamed on the 29th of December. So for US fans, it's going to be available on Crunchyroll, so definitely do remember to check that out. So that was Jump Festa 2024. So it's been a pretty crazy night for me. It's 3 AM. I wasn't hoping for much, but I'm really glad that we've got a teaser at least. But we've now reached the point of the video where I want to hand over the discussion to all of you. What do you guys think about the new teaser trailer for Bleach that was revealed? I cannot believe that they revealed Nell, Yukio, Riruka, Grimjow, and even Aizen within the trailer. There's some totally insane stuff coming out of this teaser. I'm looking forward to a full trailer next year. Hopefully within 2 to 3 months, I think we're going to be getting a release date as to when Cour 3 is going to be coming out. So don't don't worry too much about that. Again, please do subscribe to the channel, stick around for all of the latest Bleach news. Let me know your thoughts on the new trailer and all of the news that's coming out of Jump Festa 2024. Thanks for making it to the end of this video, and I cannot wait to see you in my next Bleach video. If you enjoy my content, then you can support my channel through Patreon for as little as $1 a month, or even through YouTube by becoming a channel member. You will gain access to exclusive channel perks and a Discord server which I frequently use. So become a member of my Zero Division and be the first to know about my upcoming videos. And once again, thank you for sticking around till the end of the video, and whatever you contribute will mean a lot to me.